Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited to be here today representing Back to Your Roots herbs.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, and we're really excited to talk to you today about aguache.
Yes, aguay
Yeah, so this incredible fruit from the Amazon rainforest, you might know it as buriti.
or Marish,
Yeah, Maurice.
Canagucha.
There are so many names for it, but the scientific name is Mauritia flexuosa,
That's right.
and this palm grows like all over the
It
Amazon.
does. It's in like Peru, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, Venezuela, Suriname, Guyana, French Guiana.
Wow, yeah, that's like all over the Amazon.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a really widespread plant, and it kind of shows how important it is.
Absolutely. And I was reading that it can grow up to 35 meters tall.
It's a tall tree.
That's a huge tree, and they like grow in these tropical wetlands and swampy areas.
Yeah, the aguajales.
Aguajales. I love that word.
I know, it's fun to say.
And they have these really interesting fruits. They're kind of oval shaped, and they've got this reddish brown, scaly skin.
It's almost like a dragon's egg or something.
I know, it's really cool. And then inside, you have this bright yellow-orange pulp. And it's interesting because the pulp color can actually vary.
Yeah, that's right. And that creates all the different morphotypes.
Yeah, different varieties of the fruit.
Uh-huh.
And it's been a staple food in the Amazon for centuries.
No, for sure. I mean, it's so important to their diet and their culture.
Mm-hmm.
They eat it fresh. They make it into juices like aguajina. They make jams, frozen desserts,
Oh, wow.
even fermented wines.
That's amazing.
But-
And it's so popular in Peru. I read that they harvest something like 20 to 50 tons every day.
That's a lot of aguaje.
It's incredible.
That shows you how important it is to them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so important that Alexander von Humboldt even called it the Amazon's tree of life.
Tree of life, that's a pretty good name for it.
And now, for those of us who don't live in the Amazon, we can actually experience aguaje in powder form.
Yeah, and that's really cool because it allows people all over the world to benefit from this amazing fruit.
So how do they make aguaje powder?
Well, basically, they take the ripe fruit and they separate the pulp from the seed,
Okay.
and then they dehydrate the pulp.
And is there a special way to dehydrate it?
Yeah, the best quality powder comes from producers who use like low temperature drying methods
Okay.
or organic methods so they can preserve the nutrients.
Gotcha.
And then once the pulp is dried, they mill it into a fine powder.
And what color is the powder?
It's usually like a brownish orange.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and the best powders are wild harvested, raw, and free of any additives.
Yeah, and you want to look for USDA organic and non-GMO certifications.
Yeah, definitely.
And oftentimes they dry at below 45 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, to preserve those nutrients.
Yeah, what about the taste?
It's kind of earthy
Okay,
and mildly sweet.
interesting.
Some people say it tastes a little bit like carrots,
Oh,
but yeah, it's got a really unique flavor.
so let's talk about the benefits of aguache powder because there are so many.
Oh yeah, it's a nutritional powerhouse.
It's one of the most nutritious tropical fruits out there.
Absolutely. It's like an incredible source of provitamin A,
Mm-hmm.
which your body converts into beta-carotene.
And beta-carotene is so good for us.
Yeah, it is so good for us. So like 100 grams of fresh aguache pulp can provide over 1,200 micrograms of vitamin A.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's like over 130% of your daily value.
Wow.
And some aguache powders, like the one from Menvita,
Yeah,
report 242 milligrams of beta-carotene per 100 grams.
that's amazing.
And that's 30% of your recommended intake.
And you can tell how much beta-carotene is in it just by looking at the color of the oil.
Oh yeah, the oil is super vibrant.
It's beautiful, and they even use it as a natural dye sometimes.
That's right.
And it's not just beta-carotene, it's also really high in vitamin C.
Yeah, like 36 milligrams and 100 grams of fresh pulp.
That's about 40% of your daily value.
Yeah, and again, some powders have even more. And that puts it on par with oranges.
Oranges.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot of vitamin C.
And we can't forget about vitamin E.
Oh yeah, aguache is packed with vitamin E.
It has like way more than avocados.
Yeah, like 30 times more.
Wow.
And some powders report around 90 milligrams of vitamin E per 100 grams.
Wow, that's a lot of vitamin E.
It is.
And on top of all that, it also has healthy fats, essential minerals like calcium,
Magnesium,
iron,
phosphorus.
and various B vitamins. So it's
Right.
really like a multivitamin in a fruit.
It's like nature's multivitamin.
I love it.
And don't forget about fiber.
Oh, yeah, it's a good source of fiber, too.
100 grams of fresh pulp contains 12 grams of fiber.
Wow.
That's 43% of your daily value.
That's amazing. And some powders retain a good amount of fiber.
Yeah, which is great for gut health
Absolutely.
and with all those vitamins and minerals.
Aguache is also a potent antioxidant.
Yeah, all that beta-carotene, vitamin C, vitamin E.
It helps protect our bodies from those free radicals.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it supports a healthy immune system.
It does.
And it also has oleic acid, which is a healthy fat.
Yeah, that's good for your heart.
Yes, it's so good for our cardiovascular system.
And it has phenolic compounds, including flavonoids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and even phytosterols.
So many good things.
It's no wonder they call it a superfood.
I know, it's so popular now in health food stores.
Yeah, it's really becoming a staple.
No, one of the things that aguache is most famous for is its ability to balance hormones.
Yeah, it's been nicknamed the curvy fruit
The curvy fruit.
because it contains phytoestrogens.
Phytoestrogens.
Yeah, those are natural plant compounds
Okay.
that mimic estrogen in the body.
Interesting.
Yeah, and a study in 2019 actually identified 2 novel phytoestrogens in aguache.
Wow.
Yeah, and they found that these compounds bind to human estrogen receptors.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they can actually have an estrogenic effect in the body.
So that means it could be really helpful for women who are experiencing hormonal imbalances.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's from their menstrual cycle.
Or menopause.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, herbal medicine practitioners have been using aguache for a long time
Mm-hmm.
to help regulate hormonal imbalances.
And what kind of things does it help with?
Well, it can help ease irregular periods,
Okay.
mood swings, hormonal acne.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and there's even a study from 2020 that showed that aguache fruit extract helped improve premenstrual symptoms.
Really?
Yeah, and it didn't cause any adverse effects.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What kind of symptoms did it help with?
Well, it helped with mood, arousal, water retention, concentration.
Wow, that's a lot of things.
It is. And the women in the study actually had better scores on a menstrual distress questionnaire after taking aguache.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really shows you how powerful this fruit can be.
And it seems like it might also have some anti-androgenic properties.
That's right.
Meaning it could potentially counter the effects of male hormones.
Yeah, there was a study that showed aguache extract inhibited 5-alpha reductase and reduced prostate growth in mice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it could potentially be helpful for men as well.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so aguaje could really be a hormone balancing superstar.
It sounds like it.
And, we've talked about the curvy fruit nickname,
Yeah.
but it's important to note that there's not a ton of scientific evidence to support the idea that aguaje can, significantly increase curves.
Right.
Yeah, the phytoestrogens might have some subtle effects, but, it's not going to be like a miracle breast or hip enlargement pill.
Yeah, it's more about overall hormonal balance.
Exactly.
And it might have some subtle effects on physical appearance, but yeah, it's not a magic bullet.
No, it's not.
So let's move on to skin health, because aguache is also really good for our skin.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing for skin.
All those nutrients.
Yeah, all that beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A.
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin A is essential for cell turnover, collagen formation, and it even protects against UV damage.
Yeah, and beta-carotene is a precursor to retinol, which is like the gold standard in skincare.
That's right.
So incorporating aguache into your diet could really improve your skin tone
It could.
and protect against photo damage.
Absolutely.
And then there's vitamin C, which is also so important for skin.
Oh, yeah. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis.
And collagen is what keeps our skin firm and elastic.
Yes, it does.
And then there's vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant.
Yeah, vitamin E protects our skin cell membranes from damage.
Okay.
And it also acts as a natural moisturizer.
So aguache is like a natural skincare routine in a fruit.
It really is.
And buriti oil, which is extracted from the aguache pulp, has been used traditionally for skin and hair care.
Yeah, they use it to hydrate and soothe the skin.
Okay.
And they've even used it for burns and wounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now aguache oil is gaining popularity in natural skincare products.
It is.
Yeah, for its moisturizing properties.
Yeah, it's full of those carotenoids and tocopherols.
And it can help improve skin elasticity.
It can.
And consuming aguache powder internally can also benefit our hair and nails.
Yeah, because of the vitamin A and E,
Mm-hmm.
which are important for keratin production.
And keratin is what makes up our hair and nails.
Exactly.
So some people report having stronger, shinier hair after taking aguache.
Yeah, and better nail quality.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it might even help with acne and blemishes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of its hormone balancing effects.
That's great.
Yeah, and it can also reduce inflammation.
So it's a really holistic approach to beauty.
It is.
Now let's talk about aguache and menopause.
Okay.
It has a long history of use as a natural remedy for menopause symptoms.
Yeah, traditional healers in the Amazon have been using it for centuries
Mm-hmm.
to help women with their menopausal transitions.
And why is that?
Well, it's believed that the phytoestrogens in aguaje can help alleviate some of those common symptoms of menopause,
Like,
like hot flashes, night sweats,
okay.
vaginal dryness, mood swings.
Yeah, those are all very common symptoms.
Yeah, they are.
And I even heard anecdotal stories of women finding relief with aguache when conventional hormone replacement therapy didn't work for them.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it definitely warrants further research.
And it may even help support bone health in postmenopausal women.
Yeah, potentially due to its estrogenic activity.
And what about fertility?
So, aguache is sometimes promoted as a natural fertility aid.
Mm-hmm.
And the thinking is that the hormonal balancing effects
Okay.
and the high levels of nutrients like vitamin E and beta-carotene,
Yeah.
which are important for reproductive health,
Mm-hmm.
could help support fertility.
And it also has minerals like manganese and copper,
Yeah,
which are involved in hormone synthesis.
they are.
So it seems like it could be helpful.
Yeah, and some women report that it's helped them with conception or regulating their cycles.
That's great.
Yeah, but more research is definitely needed in this area.
Absolutely.
And it might even be helpful for postpartum hormone balance.
Oh, yeah.
Some women say it helps stabilize their mood and regulate their cycles after giving birth.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So it seems like aguaje is most beneficial for women experiencing menopause.
Yeah, they're likely to see the most noticeable benefits in terms of symptom relief and maybe even improve libido.
Okay.
And it might offer some indirect support for fertility and cycle regulation.
But it's really important to note that pregnant women should not use aguaje supplements.
Yes, that is extremely important.
Because of the potential effects of the phytoestrogens on fetal development.
Yeah, so it's always best to err on the side of caution during pregnancy.
Absolutely.
But overall, aguaje is a really remarkable fruit.
It is.
It has so many potential benefits.
And it's really fascinating how traditional wisdom and modern science are coming together.
Yeah, to shed light on this incredible plant.
So are you ready to experience the benefits of aguaje for yourself?
I know I am.
We encourage you to visit www.backtoyourrootsherbs.com.
You can find the link to aguaje in the description below.
Explore this amazing gift from the Amazon and see how it can support your well-being.
With such a rich history and promising research, who knows what other secrets this curvy fruit might hold?
It's really exciting to think about.
It is.
So thank you for joining us today on this journey into the world of aguache.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you learned something new, and we hope you're inspired to try aguache for yourself.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.